When you're learning pipe band drumming, one of the most unique rudiments we have is called the drag. Other forms of drumming have a similar rudiment, but they have a way different interpretation. So if you're coming from another style of drumming, the drag can be a little bit daunting because it's completely different and it's very unique to what we do. So my goal today is in a few minutes to show you the techniques of how to play the drag just by itself. We're not going to put it into any phrases today. I'll do that on a later video. But today, just play a pipe band drag. So on the board here, we see there's a right drag and a left drag. Let's take a look at the right drag first. Here's the grace note. Here's the primary stroke. So you see below the line is the grace note and above the line is the bigger note, the primary stroke. We name each drag for the primary stroke. So our left hand's going to hit first, but we name it for the right hand. So this is a right drag I'm about to show you. Let me just show you the right hand part first. It's very simple. It's just a plain tap. That's the easy part. So don't worry about the right hand for a moment. Let's take a look at the left hand. Here's the fun part. Very, very similar to playing a buzz as though you're going to play a roll. Very similar. I know if you look at the grace note, first thing you think of, look, it's two little notes, right? You just might do that or let it bounce or hit it twice. That's not what you do. That is not what you do. This is just the abbreviation, how we break down what we're going to do. So watch closely. This is the part that people sometimes mess up on. So you take your thumb, push the stick into your ring finger, but tight. This is the only time I'll ever tell you to get really tight on anything. Tight, like white knuckle, like grabbing it. And then you move your forearm slowly, gently, quietly down to the drum and touch it. There's no buzz going to come out of it. You want to make it completely dead. Now you're wondering, what difference does that make? It is a natural decrease in volume. The same way a flam is a natural accent, this is the opposite. When you're playing along and then you play a drag in a phrase, it gets quieter for a moment. Now it gets quieter, but because you also have the right tap along with it, it still has a fullness about it. So it's quieter, a bit deader, and it has a fullness to it. So there is an emphasis that comes out, but not from getting louder. So, and the harder you hit, think about this for a second, the harder I hit the stick on the drum, what wants to happen? Same thing as if I grabbed a basketball and threw it down, it wants to bounce up. This is rubber. The harder I hit a drumstick to it, it wants to bounce up. So, work with the physics. Grab it really, really tight. Set your hand all the way down. Touch it gently. Try that again. It's like giving somebody a hug that you actually like. It's somebody you want to hug, not a bro hug. You know, like the, yo, that one? No. But actually, I like to hug you. So keep the firmness there, all the way down. Again, same if you have a ball. You want to set it on the table without it bouncing away. You grab it, you hold on to it, set it down, then you release. Grab it, set it down, and then you can release. That's the tricky part, is to get really tight, very firm maybe. Maybe not tight, firm. Hit to the drum, and then you have to release it. Otherwise you will end up losing circulation in your thumb. I have personal experience in that one. So release after each one. So let me show you what it sounds like altogether for the right drag. So again, right hand's just normal tap. Left hand is the grip, hug, set the ball down. So it sounds like this. Has a fullness to it, not very loud. Has a deadness to it because this stick is not resonating, it's staying on the drum. By definition, this hand has to stay on the drum. Do not do. It's at the same time, straight hand higher, left hand lower, and you drop it down. One of the hard parts about this is you actually have to do two motions at once. It's not like you're doing two arms or two wrists. You're doing a wrist and an arm at the same time. So two muscle groups are working together. Try it again a couple times. Set up, grip it, just white knuckle it, set it down. Here we go. Okay, and now the left drag, exact opposite of the right drag. So you take your right hand, this will be the hard part, right? Because your left hand is just a tap. So right hand, now take your fingers, push the stick firmly into the palm of your hand. Now you're here. Don't do this motion. You push down from your forearm. Just white knuckle it tight as you can for now. And go down gently. Some people like to think of it as the slow motion in a movie. No. It's that slow and controlled. Very, very controlled, gentle motion. You want to use the big muscles, not the little muscles. Big muscles have a lot more control for this. Okay? And of course, the left again is just a tap. So left hand's higher, right hand's lower, using the arm, using the wrist. Try it again. And again. And again. Right, and you saw the way it's written up here. This is the left drag, grace note above the line, primary stroke below the line. It's named for the primary stroke. It's named for the big note. Right, so we have a left drag right now. Try it again. Ready? Go. Try it again. And again. And again.